Today on the show, we hear from the Black Cat from Monday Night Football. We discuss broadcasters giving away offensive secrets. And we discuss Twitter food controversies. Who's there? Oh, it's two young golf pros. Today we're going to open up by getting the phone lines going and take a call. So
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been excited. It's been a good week, so let's see what people have to say.
Let's see who this is.
Hello?
Who's this?
This is the Black Cat from the Cowboys Giants game on Monday Night Football.
No way!
Oh my gosh.
I'm such a big fan.
How do you use a phone?
There are some questions that you do not need to know.
Well, we do have a couple questions for you. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Black Cat. So,
Thank you. Yes,
first
thank
question,
you. Is
how?
this Cody?
No, this is Mark, the good one.
Okay.
All right, what questions do you have, Mark?
How did you get in the building? Are you one of those stray cats that just wanders around the city?
No. I am not one of those stray cats that you hear about. I am actually better than all of them. You see, I bought my ticket just like everyone else. Ticketmaster.com. I had great seats on the 50-yard line.
Wow.
So how did you make it on the field? How did that transpire?
Oh, there was a security guard standing at the gate, and I did some black cat magic, and then I became invisible from him, and then I made my way onto the field.
Wait. You're a magic cat?
Oh, yes. I have other abilities too, you know.
Like what? What else can you do?
That's a great question, Mark.
Oh, it's Cody.
I can make people disappear. I can make myself invisible, as you did see on television. And I can make people do things that they would never in their right minds do on their own.
Okay. This is getting a little weird, Black Cat, but what was the purpose of you even going out there on the field?
Oh, I made a bet with a man sitting next to me. See, he told me that I wouldn't run out on the field, but I bet him that he wouldn't shotgun 2-foot-long hot dogs. And he did. So I had to do my part of the bet and go out on the field.
That's interesting. You know, I didn't even know that they sold.
I've prepared some jokes for you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear them.
Who delivers presents to the cats?
I don't know.
Santa Claus.
Okay. All right, Black Cat. You have another one?
Yes. What do you call a cat that blows?
What?
An alley cat.
Oh my gosh.
What is the cat's favorite game?
What's that?
Mousetrap.
That makes sense.
What's worse than raining cats and dogs?
What's that?
A serial killer.
Oh. Okay. Let's go on.
Well, okay. This is a little weird. Do you have anything you'd like to promote here on our show?
Well, I have an Etsy page where I do sell some custom bracelets and jewelry that I designed. My wife helps me. I also have a Twitter account that you can follow me at GiantBlackCat.
Okay. And who do you think is going to win the NFC East?
Jeffrey Epstein did not commit suicide.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Go, yeah. Thanks, Black Cat. It was great having you on. I hope you make it to some other football stadiums this season.
Can you make it down to Arlington next week? Oh, I think we lost him.
Oh.
Yeah. He hung up. How do cats make phone calls?
I don't know, but we're pretty lucky we got the Black Cat on our show.
He called here first.
Yeah.
He called here first, and you can be on the show. Let me back that up.
By calling 911.
You can.
I think that might be a felony to suggest that, so don't do that. Actually,
I don't think it's a felony
Okay.
because I did it when I was a kid. Did not go to jail. Although my dad was then gone for about 10 years. tygpshow@gmail.com. You can hit us up on email if you'd like to, if you want to call in, hit us up on email, and we can arrange that. Or if you have any questions that you'd like to ask us, that can be done via the very same email. We love to hear from you. We did some questions a couple episodes back from a couple of unfortunate guests, or not guests, but whatever you call them. Unfortunate people that are in some sticky situations. And so I think eventually we'll probably read some more emails down the road.
Yeah. Well, it's a wet one out there.
Yes, it's a wet one indeed.
The weather is wet and cold outside.
It has been, misting for most of the day. I don't know if I'd call it a wet one.
Well, you know what? Okay, here's why I bring it up. Because I don't know if there's something wrong with my shoes.
My feet are soaked.
No. I keep slipping around.
Really?
Yeah. When I'm walking outside, like,
Are you kidding?
no. And like, I almost, in Costco today, outside of Costco, walking in, and it wasn't even over paint or anything. Like, I almost slipped. I had to catch myself.
Boy, would I love to see the footage of that.
And it's pissing me off. So I might go buy some new shoes.
What kind of shoes do you have?
Adidas? Adidas.
I have some Adidas. Well, have you ever heard of Nikes? Get a pair of Nikes.
Nikes. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So when we were in college together, I was walking to class alone one time. It was another wet one out there. And I was walking and I took this nasty fall, dude. I'm not that clumsy of a guy, kind of clumsy, but I took this fall. It was in the middle of a road, like a slow road though. So there was like
935.
other people walking to class, and people like this guy are just good people, and I'll never forget this like random act of kindness. Like I fell, it was kind of stupid. I got back up, was walking. He wasn't too far behind me, and he just goes, "Dude, I do it all the time. Don't worry about it."
That's nice.
Isn't it?
Because in that
I
moment,
think about that guy from time to time.
in that moment, you feel so embarrassed that you can't stand it.
Yeah.
And to have somebody kind of lighten the load or soften it and say, "Hey, it's all right. Everybody falls. Everybody buys $10 shoes. Don't have any traction." Where do you normally buy your shoes?
I don't know. All kinds of places.
I said where?
Subway. Yeah.
Subway.
Jersey Mike's.
Wait, I meant to say. Did I say sub sandwiches?
Oh no. I don't know.
So you mentioned that slipping and falling, and when I was in college, I worked part time at a rental car company, and as a college student that works part time, you don't have a lot of money, and the idea of spending $50 to $60 on shoes is not appealing to me specifically. So, dude, I'd go to like Ross or, Walmart, and I would buy like $10 shoes, dude, like literally the cheapest shoes I could find that just had the rubber sole and then like cloth sewed to it. Like I would just the absolute cheapest. And dude, I can't tell you the amount of times that on wet ones like today, when I'm working at this rental car place trying to wash cars and all that, dude, just slipping and sliding everywhere. And so I totally get it. I typically buy Levi's, which are off-brand Vans, because Vans are amazing, but they're like $60. Levi's are like $20. And so if you go to Ross, you can get a good pair of Levi's, but they don't compare in any way. And I found myself slipping and sliding everywhere. And I've realized it now that I should probably buy better shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to be a shoe bully. You know what I mean?
A shoe head?
A shoe.
No, sneaker head. What do they call them?
Sneakerhead sounds great. Okay. I was thinking more of like a shoe connoisseur or a Nazi. That may be something we have to cut out. But
That's fine.
Anyway,
He said Nazi.
And they're bad. Nazis are bad.
Yes.
If you're a Nazi out there, you are misled, and you are bad.
Now you were telling me earlier. You were telling me you can kind of understand though, and I thought that was.
Are we gonna do this again?
No. I'm not doing this. I'm just saying. Before the show, you were saying you kind of get it.
No. That was actually your wife that said that.
What?
Well, maybe we ought to just call it even and say, you won't roast me, I won't roast you, and we'll transition us to something else.
Yeah, you won't roast me. I won't tell the truth about you. It's all good.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, so football. So, did you watch the Sunday night game this week?
No, I missed it.
Okay, well, it was a good one. Best Sunday night game I've seen this year.
Okay.
Ravens figured out the Patriots.
No kidding.
Ran up and down on them. And Lamar Jackson looked good the whole time. His throws. They brought back the pistol offense. He knew how to use it effectively.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I forgot that Joe Flacco had moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. Moved on. He's like hurt for the Broncos or something. He's not even active right now.
Dude, if you have something else you want to say about the Sunday night game?
I do, actually, but go ahead with your stupid comment.
Is there a team in worse situation right now than the Broncos?
No, dude. I mean, the Dolphins, but they're going to tank, so they're going to get all the good picks.
Yeah.
Actually, the Dolphins just got their first win. Let's Dolphins.
Yes.
They beat the Jets, which beat the Cowboys.
Oh.
So the Cowboys are worse than the Dolphins.
So the Dolphins beat the Cowboys, basically.
Yeah, basically. Even though the Cowboys did beat the Dolphins.
Somehow it still means they lost to the Dolphins.
It does, which is pretty embarrassing. But I do want to bring up something about that Ravens game, actually. I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
And I've noticed this more in the past, 2 years or so. What are your thoughts on broadcasters giving away, secrets about play calls or offensive, tricks? So I noticed this. The Ravens were on offense, and Lamar Jackson, Chris Collinsworth cut to this shot after a play. That was, the camera was focused in behind Lamar Jackson, okay?
And the sky cam that's kind of above the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it was him. There, he had a towel behind his back, and he was rubbing his hands on the towel. And Chris Collinsworth said this. He said, "I don't know if this means anything, but every time Lamar Jackson tonight has used that towel, it's been a pass play." And he said that to the whole world in the third quarter. So, what do you think about that? I mean,
So he's drying his hand, right?
He's saying that that's some sort of...
If he's wiping his hand behind his back, he's... Yeah. So that is just this vantage point that the other team doesn't have, right? And so now, I don't know how this works. Who all has an earpiece in their helmet to the coach on defense? Can the coach...
just the one linebacker?
I think you're right, but are there any rule? And this is ignorant of me if I don't know this. There are rules that are around this whole coaches communicating with players, right?
It's when there's 15 seconds left on the play clock, I think the mics, at least to the quarterback, cut off.
Okay, so could I'm just spitballing here. Could someone who works for the Patriots be watching the broadcast on NBC? Mm-hmm. Chris Collinsworth says this. They then report back, said, "Hey, I'm going to say uncle every time the coach or every time the quarterback dries his hand. That means you need to really quickly somehow signal or yell into the defensive back's the linebacker's helmet." Pass play.
Yeah.
Is there any way that can happen?
Yeah, I'm sure it can.
But, within the 15-second rule and all that.
Belichick probably has an assistant just for watching the games, and sees if he can spot anything and just texts him.
Well, I will say this. I thought, like, now that you mentioned that, I think that is, I don't know. I mean, it's on TV. It's not like Chris Collinsworth is, wait a minute, is he a Patriots fan?
Oh.
Like, is he, you think, okay.
We should go on his Wikipedia and see where he's from. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, do it. I was going to say, dude,
from.
what if he's being paid to give hints? And then what if we found out that, like, for the last however many years he's been on NBC broadcast, he's given away little hints to every team that plays? Because New England plays on Sunday Night Football, what, like 3 or 4 times a year? Where's he from?
He's from Ohio. Oh. So he's probably not a Pats fan. He's probably a Browns fan. Or worse, a Bengals fan.
Oh!
Sorry, Bengals fans.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, they went 0-16 one year.
The Bengals?
The Bengals.
Wow. I remember the Lions doing it.
Oh, goodness gracious, dude. Okay, question. Would you rather go 0-16 or be an 8-8 team for years and years?
For years and years?
The Cowboys, basically.
0-16 once. Because...
No. I mean, like, would you rather not win a game, or would you rather be 8-8? Like, you know you're going to lose out, or you know you're going to be 8-8.
If I'm the coach, I definitely want to be 8-8. It's way better looking than
sure. Yeah. I mean, like, as a fan.
8-8. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine being a fan of a team who's 0-16.
Could you imagine, like, buying season tickets?
Gosh, I know.
How much do you think those tickets are going for?
What was it? I found this out the other day. Tickets to the Miami Zoo were more expensive than tickets to the Dolphins game.
Oh my gosh.
That was on Reddit a couple weeks ago.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But speaking of the whole broadcasters giving things away, I think Tony Romo started broadcasting 2 years ago, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He was getting some flack because you know how he's obviously has all this recent experience. He was giving away what the offenses are doing by their formation before what's going to happen, before the actual play, and he was always consistently right. And so offenses were getting mad at him for giving away all their secrets. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's the broadcast. You know what I mean? Like, he's not at practice telling them, oh, look what they're doing. You know, he's not. Now, if he's speaking with the defense, you know, he's saying, hey, if they line up on I formation, it's probably this. You know, that's not okay. But if he's just speaking on the broadcast, I think that's probably fine. I don't know, dude. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's fine. You shouldn't get in trouble for it, obviously. It's just like...
He's going to get, like a fine or detention. What if Jim Nantz was like, for one game, you can't talk at all. And so it's just Jim. Or maybe it's like...
No, for one game, you have to do your whole broadcast in a frog voice.
What does the frog voice sound like?
Ribbit.
Look at the way Dak Prescott throws the ball.
He jumps as high as I do when I jump because I'm a frog.
Dude, what
are we doing?
What if... Okay, I don't know. What if Jim Nantz was like, for this next game, you have to just say, right you are, Jim, to everything I say. Right you are, Jim. So he's like, oh, and the Cowboys line up, the first and 10. Right you are, Jim. And he's like, oh, it's a pass to Amari Cooper for the first down. Right you are, Jim. And then there's like silence, so he's not doing any color commentary. It's just quiet. And then whenever Jim is like, Jason Garrett throws the flag. Right you are, Jim. He's like, you can only compliment me. In all reality, though, I don't think adults would punish adults like that. Like, okay, timeout. That's like what you do in school. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
I never said he would be put in timeout.
Wait. Well, you said... No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We were just, you know, I don't know. Like, in sports, people get fined for making mistakes.
Yeah.
Or doing something bad they shouldn't do. They get fined.
And they get fined too often, to be honest. I mean... Look at the
We're getting
NBA.
political. We're getting real political here.
Real political. This is real
time for
polarizing.
politics with Mark.
Yeah, my political hot take of the day is there's too many fines over press conferences and what people say at press conferences. And if there's a clearly bad call that everybody's upset about, and a coach or player has an opinion about it, the commissioner will fine them like $20,000.
Yeah. Let me ask this though: if you're, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate here, but let's say you badmouth your company on Twitter. Do they have a right to say, "Hey, you can't do that"?
Well, they have a right to fire you.
So then, based on
But
what
it's different. It's very different. I mean, I don't even know how that works because technically aren't the franchises their own companies and they're all kind of a part of the NFL or the NBA organization. So they're not really bad-mouthing their own company. They're bad-mouthing this overarching organization which determines the outcome of the company.
yeah, I guess it's probably what it comes down to is Roger Goodell.
And
Here's the thing, dude. Let me just say this. Football is like super boring, dude. I just hate it. I would rather, dude, honestly, rather than watch football, I'd rather stand in a room alone and quiet and just stand for 3 hours.
Really?
No. How much money would you take to stand in a room for 3 hours alone with no noise?
For 3 hours to stand there alone?
Yeah. Like, obviously, you wouldn't do it for free, right? Like, if, let's say the Cowboy game is on and you want to go watch it.
No, yeah.
But someone says, I'll pay you X amount of dollars to stand in this other bedroom or other room in your house and stand still and quiet. And it's like
Paranormal Activity style?
Yeah.
$20?
$20?
No.
$100?
No, dude.
Here,
3 hours?
Let's work backwards. $1,000.
And just quiet. I can't even be on my phone.
You got to stand still.
Okay.
Nothing in your pocket. You can't. Your hands are just at your side.
$2,200.
22 specifically that? Why?
It just feels right.
Wait, so I do this with Jasmine. She hates it. Would you do it for 2,100?
I hate that, Cody. I hate that so much.
It's not what she sounds like.
That's what she sounds like. Yeah, I would do it for 2,100.
2,000.
Yes.
1,900.
Yes, but not much less than that.
Okay, well, let's keep going. 1,800.
That's the last one. That's the last straw, buddy.
Okay, 1,700.
No.
1,750.
Keep your money.
1,750.
Keep your money.
1,799.
No.
1,790.
No.
Wait, 1,800 is the lowest?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it for 1,500, 1,600? Dude, I would do it for like 500.
3 hours?
It would suck because I love watching.
But you'd have to take off work.
No, not on like a Sunday night.
What if there's a game on?
Wait, there's not football on the weekdays. Not during the workday.
You said Sunday night.
I don't work on Sunday nights.
But you said the standing would be happening on Sunday night.
Yeah, so there's no work involved.
But there's a football game on.
Right, I would not watch the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
What
the
if it's
game's
a good
on.
game?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
What if it's Cowboys-Eagles week 17?
Oh, that's amazing.
And the winner makes the playoffs. Now how much? Let me ask you. Would you stand in this room and miss the game, never even get to see a highlight? And it was an epic game, by the way. Dak Prescott won the game on a 99-yard run from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my God.
A designed quarterback run on 4th and 24.
So how much money? Give me a money.
Okay, give me a money. No, Cody, I'm not going to give you a money. Would you do it for $17?
I think the minimum I'd do is probably 500.
But okay, would you do it for 500?
I think so.
You'd miss it?
I think I would. Because I could
No, 500 is good.
I could buy some really fun stuff.
We could buy some good shoes.
I could buy tickets to the playoff game.
Yeah, you could.
And some really good shoes.
And some good shoes to go with it. Yeah, and not slip.
All right. Can I end with something?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. I hope you haven't heard of this story yet, but what's the grossest... What?
I've heard of it.
Oh. What's the grossest thing you've ever found in your food at a restaurant?
I mean, I know it's hair. I don't think I've ever found anything grosser than that. I've never found like a nail. God, I hope I haven't. Or like a head or anything.
So quite the jump from a nail to a head.
Just the hair. What about you?
Hair. I've never found anything worse than hair. What would you do if you ordered some dip for your chips and you scooped out a rat?
Oh.
I found this on Twitter. I'm sorry, Applebee's, but somebody found a rat in their artichoke dip at Applebee's. I'll show you a picture of it.
Oh my! Wait.
So someone scoops this out of their artichoke dip. I'm assuming it's real.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. So I've also noticed that you've stepped away from the mic. So
wow, that's disturbing.
My
wife already hates Applebee's. Now she'll never go.
Well, that led me down a kind of a rabbit trail because typically on Twitter, if you tweet at a restaurant or any kind of company or business with a complaint, usually they're really good at responding. Hey, what's wrong? Call this number, and we can help you resolve it. Whatever. I've seen it on airlines, or you tweet American Airlines, whatever, and they'll say, "Hey, what was the problem?" So I went to Applebee's Twitter account and I went to tweets and replies. And dude, it is so hilarious to just scroll through. So this is tweets and replies. That means it shows anything that Applebee's tweets and it shows any just random reply that they make to somebody. Dude, it's like every other tweet, they're responding to somebody with a complaint. And it's like, oh, we're so sorry this happened. Can you please call this number and report what happened? Dude, I just want to read some of these to you.
Hit me.
It's really funny. I'm not going to hit you. So the very first one I pulled up is the rat. Somebody said, no Applebee's for me anymore. And then a picture of the rat. And this said, another person commented and said, no amount of joy brought to me by half apps can ever make me go to Applebee's again. And then they responded and said, can we hear more? Please contact us here with a link and a phone number. And then we have another person that says, I just lost it. Okay. Somebody sent a picture of like some really like what's funny is everybody posts pictures of their food that doesn't look right. It's all really weird looking. This person says, below is a picture of the fish which was served to me at the Applebee's at X address. I'm not going to say the address in blank location. My sister's fish was even worse. Manager offered to knock a couple dollars off the bill. This is unacceptable.
Oh my God.
Applebee's responds, that doesn't look right. Please contact us here. And there's a link and a phone number. And you scroll just a little bit down, like not that much down. And then you have another person here that says, just had the worst experience eating out ever at Applebee's on blank at blank. We're sorry to hear that you didn't receive the relaxing and enjoyable dining experience you deserved, and we'd like to hear more. And then literally, just a couple more tweets down, I ate some food last night, is at Applebee's. I ate some food last night, and I can't stop throwing up at all.
Oh my God.
And then they respond, we'd like to learn more and ask that you please contact us here, and the number and the link and all that. It is just hilarious, dude, to see like, and it's also quite unfortunate for Applebee's because there are so many negative tweets, so many pictures of people that post their food.
I'll tell you what though, I'm a bit annoyed by this trend. Like, the rat thing that deserves obviously like a call out. But since Twitter, everybody, it's just so. Now I've done some work for like a company that's in the food and beverage industry.
Humble brag.
No, it's work. And I noticed I like check our products and like check what the Twitter says about them all the time. And every like 5 minutes somebody just has something new to complain about. And so I just think people have, I don't know, like they just want to find something to complain about.
Have you ever tweeted at a
No.
restaurant?
No. I would if I found a rat in my artichoke dip.
What do you think that? Okay, let me ask you this. So let me just finish the question. I have tweeted at a restaurant. I heard from a friend of ours that Whataburger is pretty good at responding with like coupons and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not slow to tweet at Whataburger if I have a problem. But so my question to you was, what do you think that person should get? Like, should they get free meals for life? Should they get,
I think, you know what I think?
an
they should
apology
get?
is not good enough.
No, not
probably,
good enough.
right?
You know what would be fitting? Applebee's should pay. Hopefully, this person lives in a house, a residence, and Applebee's is going to pay for exterminator service for 10 years.
For 10 years?
That's right.
That is actually really creative and a fun idea because they obviously didn't exterminate their own facility very well.
Exactly. So this person, they're going to go out of their way to make sure this person never encounters a pest again.
That is actually really great.
Thank you. Yes, I'm taking an Applebee's PR job, actually.
So your first order of business is going to be this: take care of this person.
Yeah, get them the best exterminator in town.
Now, are you going to treat your own facilities?
Yes. Well, I'm just the PR guy. Yeah.
I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for.
But yes, I'm gonna make sure as I work my way up to CEO within a couple weeks, before the company burns down.
So, how does and that may have been a mouse, rat, whatever you call it.
That's right.
How does a rat or mouse even end up in? So I used to work at a restaurant when I was way younger. I don't remember any of this. So they have dip, artichoke dip. And do they just like pre-cook it and put it in this big tub? Like this is what I picture in my head is that they're making this artichoke dip all day and it's like this big old tub.
Yeah.
And somehow a rat jumped in the tub and they just kept making the dip, and then they just, with a big ladle, scooped up the dip and put it in a bowl. Like, how in the world?
If you're listening and you're a waiter or a waitress or a cook in a kitchen, please call in or email us. Let's talk about how this happens in the real world and what we can do to avoid rats in our artichoke dip.
Because, like, I may have been mistaken, but the picture that was shown, the bowl didn't look like it looked like the rat would take up quite a bit of space in the bowl.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
So I don't know how you scoop that with a ladle and not see it. I have no idea.
How often do you think these occurrences are people bringing in their like own rats,
like their pets?
Yeah, and putting them in the artichoke dip,
like staging it
to get some points.
Dude, could you imagine? I don't imagine that happens very often, but. Could you imagine if that was fake?
Oh, so evil.
That just happened like a few days ago. We'll find out if it's fake. Yeah. But dude, I thought you meant like having people just bring their pet rats with them to eat. Oh, this is Jimmy. He doesn't want anything. Actually, could you get him a bowl of water? Yeah. Could you actually bring him a little bowl of fajitas or a little plate? He's gonna munch on those. You won't charge him for that, right? He's little bitty.
So I used to know somebody with a pet rat.
No kidding.
Yeah, an albino pet rat.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It lived in a glass.
Like a terrarium or whatever?
Yeah. So it was just there. I don't really know.
I don't want to judge anybody who owns pet rodents. I don't understand it. I don't understand because those are literally, to me, those are pests. And I know like kids will get like roaches or crickets and put them in little. I did that when I was a kid. I had a little pet cricket. It died after like a week.
You're a terrible father. I
agree. But those are pests. Like exterminators come in and they kill and rid your property of those things. That's probably ignorant of me. Anyway, yeah, I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I will say I probably won't be eating at an Applebee's for a little while.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Although they do have really good prices, so maybe I'll experiment it
Yeah,
going every once in a while.
Applebee's tonight after the show.
You bet, dog. Let's do it.
All right, dude. Well, it's been fun, everybody. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time here on Two Young Golf Pros. And as always, work on that tee shot.